Good morning. We are live today here at Blue Shift, and we're reading from Luke 19. Zacchaeus the tax collector. Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through. A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was wealthy. He wanted to see who Jesus was, but because he was short, he could not see over the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore fig tree to see him, since Jesus was coming that way. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up. I can imagine that Jesus felt the pull from this man being up in the tree, and said to him, "Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today." So he came down at once and welcomed him gladly. All the people saw this and began to mutter, "He has gone to the guest of a sinner." But Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, "Look, Lord, here and now I give half of my possessions to the poor, and if I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount." Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this house, because this man, too, is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost." See, when Jesus is on the scene, people realize the best thing they've ever had has just come into their presence. You cannot deny the King of Kings and Lord of Lords once he comes into your house, once he comes into your heart. He makes everything else look so minuscule. Because what he has to offer, even though we can't see it, is so much more. And we can feel it. We can feel it, and we can't even describe it. It's just so amazing. So Jesus feels the pull, and he's coming to your house today. He's coming to the houses of the unlikely. So you Christians out there who don't even realize that the presence of God lives in you, whether you're Protestant, whether you're Baptist, you can know more. The big fancy houses and things like that, these people aren't happy. And that's a sad fact. They're not happy, but they have more. And society-wise, Jesus has more than that. We can't look down on people. We should be extending our hand to those we look down on. And how do you think the man with the possessed boy felt? What did they do? Say, "Your son is crazy. I'm distancing myself from you and your family." Because when you don't know Jesus, you don't know what to do. We that know Jesus must pray for those who are oppressed, could be possessed if you're not saved. And the blood of Jesus is all over you. Extend it, spill it out over your friends and your family so that they can be protected, and then they can grow into the realization that Jesus is Lord. He is real. We don't just die and do nothing. When I was a young girl, I thought, wow, that's not fair. If we just live and then we die and then there's nothing, there's got to be more to this life. And so if a little girl can think that, I'm sure that adults could come to the realization that this didn't all happen by chance. All the things that we can make in factories and make things look so beautiful, well, out there, there's people living under a tree, in a hut, if they're lucky. And when they wandered in the wilderness, the Israelites, they lived in huts. And they had this, I believe to be a dome tabernacle, because that's the easiest thing to take down and put up, because the Lord had them moving at a moment's notice. So here it is. We have to move at a moment's notice. We have to be ever ready with the Lord. If He says fast, you fast, because certain things cannot be done unless there is fasting. And if He tells you to fast, that means something is coming that needs to be dealt with. He is Lord, and today is the day. Have a blessed day, everyone.